What's going on, guys? It's Patrick here, and welcome back to another Top 10, ladies and gentlemen. Today, guys, we are going to be going over the top 10 hardest wonder weapons to get or build. But overall, the top 10 hardest weapons to acquire. So this list is going to be looking at wonder weapons that have very difficult or tedious steps primarily, but also weapons that are hard to get from the box. Because let's be honest, there are a few wonder weapons out there that I don't know about you guys, I just never see show up. Now, before we get into this, guys, I just want to quickly say that I have nothing to promote today, so rip the sellout plays. But anyways, guys, let's get into it. So coming in at our number 10 spot, guys, we have the Vex Rollick Withering. Now, this is an interesting wonder weapon because on one hand, it's not too bad to get. Like, you think Mob of the Dead, you're probably going to get that. But there are actually surprisingly a lot of steps for getting this wonder weapon. So the first step is acquire the Blundergat. You got two ways. Get lucky from the box, or the other option, first get the Hell's Retriever, then go all the way around the map, find 5 skulls, and pick it up in the Warden's office. Then you gotta build the Acid Gat machine. You stick your Blundergat in that, and finally, you get every single plane part, you fly to the Golden Gate Bridge, and you pack it. When you lay it all out like that, it's surprisingly a lot to do. And the thing I find so weird is I never hear people complaining about acquiring this gun. Like, building it's really not that bad because the steps are so integrated well into the map. And honestly, I think that's why Mob of the Dead is such a good map, is you don't even feel like it's a chore to be getting, and the reward is just amazing. Either way though, it is a pretty difficult gun to get, and it starts our list at number 10. So coming in at our number 9 spot, guys, this is going to be the Apothic Servant from, not Revelations, Shadows of Evil. The Apothic Servant is a very RNG based wonder weapon. It's so simple, yet so annoying to get. The first step is easy. It's a Margwa heart. All you gotta do is kill a Margwa. The second ritual you do, you get a Margwa, it drops one, easy. Got that taken care of. But the next 2 drops are completely luck. You must get a tentacle that spawns from only purple pods, but there's probably only like a 15% chance you're actually going to get it. So you do have to hit at least probably 5 pods before you see it. And then you need Xenomatter. I don't know how many times I've been in a game just waiting for Xenomatter to spawn in from one of the Parasects, one of the Elementals, and I never get it till like round 25. The reason the Apothic Servant is on this list is because of the RNG, just that luck factor that you need to get the right things at the right time. And you could have an Apothic Servant on round 12 or round 25, you don't know, and that just makes it a very unpredictable gun to go for. Number 8, the Staff of Wind. Okay, the upgrade process is not really that bad. You just, you shoot some things, you shoot some more things, you're good to go. But the Staff of Wind is not on this list for its upgrade, but rather its buildable pieces. To get the pieces for the Staff of Wind, you must go into Thor, Odin, and Freya, the 3 giant robots, go underneath them, shoot their foot open, and get the part. In Black Ops 3, there has been glitches where sometimes it just doesn't open. But more importantly, if you're not a very strong player, this is more difficult than you would expect. Now, if you know what you're doing and you're speedrunning through or whatever, this is a fairly easy step, especially, the middle one, you're always in the middle area. You can always get to the middle area. But especially the 2 side ones, Freya and Thor, they're very difficult to get to. If you're not a strong player or you're not familiar with it, this can be a very annoying one, especially having to just wait for the right robot to come in. So for that reason, I did decide to put it in on our list. Number 7. The Raygun Mark II. Now, fans of the live streams, you guys will be able to relate to this one. How do you get a Raygun Mark II in Black Ops 2? You hit the box. In Buried and Origins, there's roughly a 5% chance of getting it, which is actually really good. In Mob of the Dead Town and Nuketown, there is a supposed 3%, but I've got a theory that Nuketown and Mob of the Dead are more like 2. But that's not the map we're talking about. We're looking at Die Rise. Tell me, when was the last time you've seen a Mark II on Die Rise? Did you know that you can actually get it from the box? There is a supposed 1% chance of getting this gun. The normal ray gun is way higher, but for some reason, probably because of the Sliquifier, they're like, yeah, you don't need a Mark II. It's actually one of the lowest probabilities of getting any gun in all of Call of Duty Zombies, which is pretty interesting, and I feel like it deserves some recognition for that. Number 6. we got a specialist weapon on this list, and ladies and gentlemen, it is the Gauntlet of Siegfried. This is the only specialist weapon on this list, and it's a tough one. There's just so many steps for getting this thing. First off, you have to link the 3 dragon commands, then fly to Pack-a-Punch, and you get the egg. From there, you take it back to a nest, place it down, and just simply wait for a dragon to breathe fire on it. From there, you wait for more dragons to breathe fire on zombies, get penetrating multi-kills, and melee kills. And then you incubate it. You take it back to Pack-a-Punch, you wait basically 2 rounds because it's 1 full round. From there, go back to the tombstone, you get it, you're good, you got your gauntlet, but it is one long process. And especially for being not an actual primary wonder weapon. Now that in mind, I think it's perfect for the map considering how easy you can get the Mark IIIs. It's got a nice balance. Number 5, the Staff of Lightning. We're talking getting the thing, building it, upgrading it, all of it. The Staff of Lightning is actually a very difficult staff to get. Now, we've been playing Origins for years now. I know you're fine with it. It's not a struggle, but let's go back to the average player. You gotta make 3 relatively difficult tank jumps. If you're playing solo, you do not want to miss any of them. And you actually have to be pretty good by yourself if you want to get both pieces in the second section of the tank run. So if you don't have good maneuvering, that alone is difficult. From there you do the piano step, which once you got it down, it's super easy. But then you have the switches. Spawn, 2 flips. Generator 2, 3 flips. Back of the mound, 3 flips. Wind tunnel by Jug, 2 flips. Stamina up, 3 flips. Bottom church, 2 flips. And finally, top of church, 1. How many people remember that? This guy. But in all seriousness, if you're new to Origins, remembering all those switches is annoying. And on top of that, most players don't do it proactively. So what I mean by that is most players get to that step and then start flipping the switches, which means running around the entire map. What the smart player does if they know they're going to be upgrading the lightning staff is as they start the map and are going through, they just automatically know to do it. But again, how many people know to do that? Number 4, the firebow. But Pat, it's so easy. I'm 12 and I can do it. But can you do it on a 150 ping? There's one step that makes this stupidly difficult. It's the one where you fly through the air, shoot your bow, and you gotta hit the targets on the ground. Yeah, okay, it's really not that hard in solo once you get it down, but try it on a 150 ping and you'll never land it. That's basically it. Number 3. The jet gun. I'm not here to hate on the jet gun today, guys, but what I am here to do is talk about how difficult this thing is to build. If you're playing in solo, this is what you gotta do. Go to the tunnel, pick up a part, go to the town. Go to the Nocturne Totem cornfields, pick up a part, go back to town. Go to the power, pick up a part, go back to town. And finally, after 3 hours of running, go to the cabin, pick up a part, go back to town. It's just stupid. And more importantly, if you break this thing and you don't pick up the pieces quick enough, you gotta do it again. Rest in peace. It's over. No, don't build this thing. Do not rebuild this thing. Don't even think about it. No thank you. Number 2, the KT4 and Mezimune from Zetsubo no Shima. The thought of even beginning to describe every single step for this wonder weapon is just far too much than I care to do right now. So for time's sake, my editor David is going to show a clip of building this thing with 100 times speed. You what, mate? You what, mate? Wrecked. Okay, I'm glad that's over. Ladies and gentlemen, coming in at our number 1 spot, we have... Actually, you know what? Before we get into this, comment what you think it is. You're never gonna guess. There is no way that anybody is going to guess what this one is. It's not a staff, it's not a bow, not even a specialist weapon. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Elemental Knife from Origins. What is the Elemental Knife? Well, ladies and gentlemen, why don't I tell you? The Elemental Knife is an upgrade from the Iron Fist, which is an upgrade from the 1-inch punch. To get the 1-inch punch, you must fill 4 soul chests on Origins. Easy enough. To get the Iron Fist, you must build and upgrade 4 staffs, acquire the G-Strikes, break the seal, kill 6 Panzers, shoot down a plane, pick up the Maxis drone that you've already built, and then get 10 kills down in the main chamber. And that's how you get the Iron Fist. You do every single Origins Easter egg except the final step. I mean, there's literally no other wonder weapon that takes that long. But how do you get an elemental knife? You must do all of that. From here, you gotta go up into a robot. Did I mention this has to be a co-op game and kill yourself? I'm not joking. You go up into a robot, cook a grenade, sacrifice yourself, let yourself entirely bleed out, and then you will spawn back in with the elemental knife. Yeah, it's not an easy thing to acquire. But anyways though guys, that is going to be the video for today. I really hope you enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun to make, and I really think these top 10s are going over well. You guys seem to be liking them, and I'm actually enjoying doing this sort of list format again on this channel, so it's awesome to kind of be back to the lists and zombies, and that's it. Thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you later. Peace out, you freaking nerds.